So my hibiscus desperately needs a repot. This is my new one I got because of these unusual leaves. Although none of the new leaves are coming out like that. Not really sure why, but anyways, we'll give it a go. And because this thing flushed out in the middle of winter when the ground with the dirt in the cup was actually frozen, flushed out anyway, and it's gone through a third flush now, and a few people said just to leave it, but I need to cut some of this stuff out, so I'll be doing that today. Yeah, and I might slip pot it. Like, I won't touch the root, I won't do anything. I'll just slip it into a nicer pot that holds the water better in the winter. But it's my only survivor so far that through winter, so I gotta make it work. Okay, so I need to get this guy back into proportions. I'm not going to do any big chops. I'm going to remove branches that I don't need or that are just cluttering everything up. So I got to keep everything to a minimum, and then I'm going to slip pot it. I bought a bunch of these pots. They're ceramic. They drain really good. And I bought them actually for my aquariums. So I used to pot my aquarium plants so that I could move them from aquarium to aquarium if I needed to bring down the nitrates. So I want to slip pot. It'll fit perfectly, so I want to slip pot them into here just for something nicer, and I think that this will hold the moisture inside the house a little bit better. Just a tad bit more soil will do the trick, I think. Yeah. And this one, I'm going to put all the stems into one basket, let them grow, and maybe decide over winter which one comes out the nicest that I want to keep. But I love these leaves. They're such nice leaves. Hopefully the new growth that's all starting up here, I see all the flower buds starting. Hopefully all that new growth will come out with these leaves. I really like them. So, my little clippers are over here. I don't really have a front picked out for this little guy. This was the one I got from the gravel pit. There was two of them. And I'm sure both of them would have survived just fine if the other one hadn't fallen off the table in the wind. The wind blew it right off the table, and it never recovered after that. And this one here, this seems to be doing quite well. Both run over by the loader. So I don't really want to, I don't really know what I want to do with this yet. But I just know that it's a survivor, so I want to keep it. So anything growing to the inside I'm going to take off. So I'm going to start here to open this up a little bit. And again, I don't want to do too much, but I need to get this stuff under control. Three flushes it went to. Amazing. Now, I've got several branches coming from the same place. I think I'm going to take both of these littles off here. There's even another bud there. There we go. So I'd like to pull this branch down, and I'll probably just do that with a piece of string on it. There's another bud starting in there. I think I'm going to take it off. You can see it. If I do it this way, you can if it clears up, there we go. You can see it right here. Little bud. It's a goner. It's a goner. There we go. I've been wanting to do this for quite some time, but I've been trying to do as I'm told at the same time, and yeah. A woman do as she's told. Oh my goodness. That never happens, does it? So there's a few little dead branches here. Just going to take those off. Try not to affect my little bud. This is like some dead wood here in the middle. I'll leave it for now. I don't know what I'll do with this yet. Maybe it'll be a good cascade. Never know. Never know. Okay, so if we move our way up the tree, there's two coming from the same spot here as well. If I could decide on what my front's going to be, might be easier to decide. Oh, there's a one here coming out of the middle. I'm going to cut that out for sure. Coming right out of the middle there. Oops. Okay, so that was a for sure. This one will come out this way. It's coming from that same spot. I think I'm going to remove it. It's coming from that exact same spot as those other branches. I'm sure there'll be lots more growing in. Now this one here, this one's got all the branching, but it's at a weird angle. I might be able to redirect it. I think will try. I'm going to take the small one off here and keep the one with the branching. And I can probably redirect that branch, depending on what I even do with this. It would make a pretty cool cascade though. I'm not a big fan of them, but the tree kind of tells you what it wants to do. I take off a dead branch here. Little inchworm there. See if you can see that. Your little inchworm. There he goes. Hi. What are you doing on this tree? Too cute. Come here, buddy. See if I can get him off of there. Put him somewhere safer. There he is. If it can clear it up. There's a little inchworm. Too cute. Alright, I'm gonna go put him in a safe spot. I'll be right back. Alright, he's safe on the bush line there. Where were we? Okay. So I've got 3 coming out of here. Actually, in this instance, Well, I'll take this one out for sure. You can see all the bumps and bruises on the trunk from being run over by the loader. Loader bucket scraped right over it. It's healing up. Looks good. Now, I'm not sure which one to keep out of those. Prune off this little dead part here. And I think I'll leave that and see which one comes out the best. I mean, there's going to be lots of other chances for pruning here. Now up here there's a giant mess. So I've got a bunch coming out from the same spot. So we're going to take off the smallest stuff. I don't know here. This one, because it's a bar branch, we'll take that off. Hopefully that's staying clear for you guys. Lots of bar branches. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that for now, and then I'll see what happens over winter. In the springtime we'll decide on that one. There's lots that are fairly close here. I'm gonna be moving this one out and down or somewhere. So I think no, I better take this one out. This one right here. It's just too close to everything else. I'm going to take that out. Just like that. This one's growing in. Take that out. And these are so long. This is 3. This is what they grew in the house in the wintertime. That's all this stuff. It did really good. Scary. I thought for sure I would lose it when it flushed out. And the ground was frozen in the cup, so not really sure why it flushed out. Okay. That cleans it up a little bit so the air can flow. The air will be able to flow through better, and then I can decide on the rest some other time. Yeah. I have no idea what I'll do with this little tree. It's gotten quite a lot thicker since I got it, but it probably would make a pretty good cascade, eh? I don't know, I never thought about doing a cascade before. Might think about trying a cascade now. I think this one would actually make quite a nice one. Huh. So yeah, I'm gonna slip pot it, put it in here. And I'm going to surround it with cactus next here. cover my drainage hole. Now, this is pretty much the perfect height where the soil is. And I don't know what the roots look like in there. I'm going to put a tiny little bit on the bottom, and then the rest will go around the sides. So this is going to be literally slip pot in here. And then I'll get to peek at what the roots look like. Yeah, it's been in this cup almost a year now. Or it must be over a year now, because I got it last spring, so it's been over a year. Okay. Let's see if it's gonna work. Alright! Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that. There, look at that. Now I can slip pot it. There. So, it already feels loose in there. I'm just gonna tip it. There's nice moss growing on the top already too. There we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, beauty. Look at that. Very nice. You can see some of the ants burrowed in here. Oh, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Alright. I shouldn't be playing with these little white roots, but it's circled around here a few times already. Wow, look at that. Okay, I won't touch it. I'll just slip pot it like I said I was going to do. Oh, how's that for a perfect fit, eh? Pretty tight. Very nice. So, next spring, over winter time, over winter time I will look for a proper pot for this fella, and then hopefully it doesn't flush out over winter, and if it does, then we'll repot it as soon as I notice, and that way I can get it in a proper pot and decide what to do with this little fella. There. I feel better now. It won't dry out so fast in the winter time. Oops, sorry. That's what happens when I hold the camera. I get distracted and there we go. And the moss will hopefully grow over to the edge. I think it'll be much happier. How's that? Not sure what caused that kink. It was growing around the other tree that came with it, so it's Probably something like that, but would definitely look good as a cascade. Oops. Learn to work the camera, woman. Yeah. Alright. I'll get this guy watered and I'll come back and we'll start the hibiscus. Now for the hibiscus. So what I'm going to do for them, oops, try not to knock the camera over. I'm going to put them in this basket. This is one of the baskets my apple trees were in. They did not survive the winter, unfortunately. So we're just going to reuse that as a grow out pot for all of these guys. Alright. Keep my tag even though it's broken. And get these guys out of the pot. These guys have been fighting fighting for space in there. Poor things. But I haven't had time for these guys. And now I need to find more time, because I gotta start thinking about bringing trees back into the house now. It's getting cold during the daytime now as well. Night temperatures were already dipping down to 5, pretty much all summer, 5 degrees Celsius and 10. That's been steady this summer. A lot of 8s. Left the plants outside anyways, but some of them probably shouldn't have been. So this week and next week, I think it's supposed to be back to decent temperatures for a little while, and then I really got to start thinking about bringing them in. So these guys, look at this. Look, Tom. Look. Can you see that? You know what that is? That's your foam. Your floral foam. These guys were started in a floral foam block. And here it is. There it is. Floral foam. That's what that is. So you can root stuff in there, Tom. You can root stuff in floral foam. Just nobody likes you doing it. And it doesn't decompose. Look, it's all in there. That's that floral foam. Yeah, there, earwig. Yeah, I probably should have repotted these guys like the day I brought them home, but wow. Maybe I'll start using this floral foam, Tom. Look how nice these roots are. Look at that. That's in that floral foam. That's amazing. Wait, work faster. My videos are too long. I'll make them shorter. You can hear that foam rip apart. Wow, this one too. Amazing roots on these things. I'm going to be chopping half of them off because they're all mixed up down there, and I'm going to have to take this floral foam off. I was not expecting floral foam, that's for sure. I'm going to try and save some of these nice roots. Okay, I'm going to go and wash these out. They're just way too tight together. Check that out. Isn't that wicked? I can't believe the roots on this. Look at those. Crazy, I love it. Anyways, I'll go wash them out. I'll be right back. Okay, so I washed them out best I could, but they are a true mat of roots. And There's a whole bunch of aquarium gravel in here. Crazy. They used all sorts of stuff. I don't know where these came from. But I'm looking at these roots and I'm thinking it'd be neat to do like a clump style with these. The way these roots are. Like, look at this. That is too cool. So I'm gonna have to cut them apart. I'm wondering if I should leave them as little clumps. Look at all these roots all just growing together. I really should have tackled this when I got them. I didn't realize they were that bad though. Well, live and learn. Where's my skizzers? Okay. Let's get going. Aha. They're actually untangling. Wasn't sure I'd be able to get them untangled, but we don't really truly need everything. Oops. Ooh, that ripped all the way up the root. Well, hopefully that heals up. Damn, that was one of the good roots. Didn't mean to do that. So rip the top off. Oof. Hopefully it'll be okay. That's a cool root. Don't stab yourself in the face with scissors. Put them down. Okay. Okay, so we don't need them to be that long. Cut those off here. That. I was hoping to save that root. Oh, and it ripped again the other way. Ah. Darn, that's a nice root. Ripped all the way up. I'm gonna have to chop it. And we'll see what survives off there. Hopefully something can grow off there and keep that nice root. Darn it. Look at that foam, is really hard. It's like when it's all wet like this, almost like a cigarette butt, but it's definitely that floral foam. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. Alright, we got most of the big roots apart. We can pull these guys out. Now, there we go. There. Wow. So I just want to get all this floral foam out from under here, and it's not going to dissolve very quickly here, if at all. I don't know if this stuff dissolves or not over time. I've only used it in dry applications myself. Okay. So that's about what the roots look like. Probably cut that one off. Probably cut this big one underneath off. Not too shabby. This one underneath will come off too. They're just side by side, and this one flares out much nicer. The rest of that floral foam out. And there we have it. Very nice. Flatten that a little bit more. Wow. Pretty darn good, I would say. Now I should probably cut that kink off, but because there's not much root left, I'm going to leave that kink on there, and next time we repot, I'll take that sucker off. Yep, that'll do. That'll do, that'll do. Now, what do we have here? This looks like a big hand. So we got nothing flaring. But we have these little roots up top that could become our new root base, so we'll leave those alone. And we might just have to, there's lots of little roots starting over top of this root base, so I might just leave this one alone and see what I can repair the next shot. This is going to need extensive work, this one. But these roots here could be the new roots. Yeah. Yeah, they're all twisted underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave it. I'm going to plant it like this and spread these roots out and try and make this the root plane where these ones are coming out. Maybe I'll even get some new ones and then go from there. What I am going to do is take off the ends of these larger roots so that it's going to use the smaller roots more. Yeah. And there's one growing right down the middle. Take that sucker off. There. There. So hopefully these nice fine roots at the top here will take over and become the root base. So that's two. Now, I think this bad boy might be the one I keep. Look at the roots on this guy. Wowzers. Oh, okay. Cut that off. Now it'll pull through. There we go. Wow. And another one that looks like a hand over here. So it looks like it was two separate foam blocks that were made, that were put in one pot. Wow. There we go. Getting there, getting there. There's a gigantic hard ball here. Not quite sure what it is. Roots, I'm assuming. Ha 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 ha. Uh-oh, I split another root. Why do these roots split like that? I've never seen roots split like that. I better cut that right away. I have never seen roots do that. And again, it's one of my ones I wanted to keep. That is so weird. I've never seen them do that before. Huh. I have to be more careful. 2 now. Oh, I've been holding this too low? No, just my arm's in the way. My hand's in the way. And it's getting dark out. And everything else that happens here. Winter's coming. It's getting cold now. There we go. So I'm going to do this one first. Oh boy. Look at that. Big packed thing. I'll try and take out the one in the middle. Just like that. Sorry, you can't see, but hard to reach in there. There we go. So, most of that foam out of there. And we'll have done that one. And this one, I think this is going to be my favorite. Ooh, inverse taper. Don't tell anyone. Alright. Let's get these sorted out and get this foam out of here. Okay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's all I have to say. Wow. Look at these roots. Okay, I'm going to take these roots, these little ones off. Just like that. Expose this one here. I love how these 3 are, but I'm not liking how this one is all crunched under there. I don't know if I should take it away. I don't think I can redirect it. I think they're stuck there. Maybe I'll leave it as a feature. This one, I think I'll leave these 2 roots up here to see if we can fill in this space the same as these ones are, because I'm really liking this. Little twin roots here. I don't mind that at all. So we're going to head underneath. So there's a small root here and a large one. It's going a little bit straighter down. I like this small one better, so I'm going to cut the bigger one out. Okay. So we'll see which one does the best over time here. And we can get that floral foam out, and there's a whole bunch going straight down, so I'm going to take off all of the ones going straight down. And somehow another root ripped. I have never seen roots do that. That is so weird. Hopefully it heals. Or actually it doesn't need to heal. I'm taking it off. Doesn't need to be there. It's a double of this one. There we go. Crazy roots. Okay. Look at that. Wow. Ooh, one more I can take off. It's a double of this one. There we go. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Wow. My goodness. That's really nice. Wow. Did I say wow? I should give this one its own pot. I think I might. Okay. Now, I'm going to pot them. This one's not too bad. Put these down here for now. Just going to dig down a little bit. Move everything over. And pile everything up in the middle. So I can get the roots to flare really nicely down. Oh, should angle this one this way. I'm not picking any fronts or anything. I'm just thinking about there's going to be other trees in here, so I kind of want them angled a bit away from the other trees. And I will let the roots tangle up again. Just wanted to sort them out and get them started. I'm still not sure which ones I'll keep and which ones I'll give away. Just can't keep them all. I'll make this with some cactus mix here. Mosquitoes are biting my ankles. Need to find some rocks. Once I water them, they'll be fine. There we go. There's one. Alright. And I was going to put both in here, but I think I really will give that one. Look at that. Choo, choo, choo. Root already comes out here. I really will give that one its own pot. I feel it needs it. Alright. Okay. So we snip these guys apart. I think I'll leave them this season. We'll snip them when they're in the house in the wintertime. Alright, I'm going to water these guys and find a pot for the other one. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the pot ready to go. I'm going to use this one. It's almost the only one I had left pretty much. It's getting a little dark, my apologies, but it's kind of repetitive just watching me pot everything. Let me see if I can bring you in a little bit. There we go. Alright, so I've got my little mound of dirt in there. Pack it real nicely here. And then I'm going to take this most wonderful root system here. I'm going to work it out over top of this mound of dirt. have to cut this one off. Oh, it's underneath. Be careful. Earthquake! Earthquake! I have to cut that off. It's okay, it was a split root anyway. Alright, go again. So there's one I don't really like, but I'll leave it anyway. I'm just gonna cut these ones that are a bit too long. Oh, come on now, cut. Cut! There we go. Wow. That's all I have to say. Wow. Sorry if you can't see, I'm right in the way here, but I'm just trying to straighten all out, and I'll bring you guys in close to have a look. Check that out. Check that out. And that is the most wicked root system I've ever started. Wow. Just wicked. I love it. Now if I could get the rest of the plant to look as good as that, we'll be rocking. Alright. Let's see if you can see there. Ah! Okay. Zoom you guys out again. Come on, zoom out. There we go. I'm just gonna fill her in, and that'll be that. That is wicked. I don't need to chopstick anything. It's all flat. Just fantastic. Something looked that nice, and all we do is cover it all up. So you don't see it again for a long time. Isn't that crazy? Okay. I'll definitely need to find some rocks for this guy. Or maybe after it's watered, it'll tighten up. Ow. Jeez. Take it off that thing. There we go. Okay. Just, I don't know if you can see, I'm right in the way here, but I'm just trying to straighten all out, and I'll bring you guys in close to have a look. Check that out. That is wicked. Something looked that nice, and all we do is cover it all up. So you don't see it again for a long time. Isn't that crazy?
There we go.
Okay. There. Now, with this one, I should probably chop this one back, since it has so much inverse taper and whatnot. And to lighten up the top. So I'm going to chop this one here, because there's 2 new buds there, but I want to keep the big leaf, and there's a flower bud there, so doing double duty, cut that off. And there we go, just like that. And this has a ton of stuff going for it. The most of the growth is up at the very top, and there's lots of flower buds up there. But if you look, there's no taper and it's super straight. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna cut it off right here. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing that. Okay, there goes nothing. It's gone. It stands up by itself. And you're damn right I'm keeping these cuttings. I'm not giving those ones up. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yes, this looks really stupid, but until I see live buds farther down, I'm not chopping it off. It's actually pretty... The branch comes out really nicely, so I'd like to keep it. Lots of other ones coming up. This super low one I'm going to take off. Right here. And I'm not sure. I might make this one a taller tree, so I might even cut off these bottom buds later on, but we'll let it come back from its horror. And I'll go plant these. Well, I'll put them in a cup of water first. I'll do that off camera. Try and get my videos shorter, and I think I made it longer. Be safe, everybody. Thanks for watching.